Hello everybody, it's JP Bricks, and today is my 41st episode of Throwback Thursday, and I've set number 60036. This is the LEGO Arctic Base Camp. This set comes with 733 pieces, 7 minifigures, 5 animals, and was released in 2014. This set comes with 5 instructions, and the first instruction shows you how to build one of the figures with the dog sled and that vehicle, which I still don't know what it's called, and then just shows you how to build that. The second set of instructions shows you how to build 2 more figures with a polar bear and the helicopter, and then the third set of instructions shows you how to build this big crawler with a drill and a figure, and then the fourth set of instructions shows you how to build the first part of the Arctic base with 2 figures, and then there's also the one in the back, and then the last set of instructions shows you how to build the second part of the Arctic base, and then there's also right here there's an ad for all the other Arctic sets, which I did review all of those, and then there's also an ad for more train sets, police sets, and then you have Peace Scout in the back and an ad for a Lego City game. The first minifigure is the Arctic Scientist, and he is exclusive to this set. He has blue pants with some nice prints on the torso with a sweater, his name tag, some pens, and also the Arctic logo at the back. And he has a magnifying glass and a really cool face print with those beard and the nice goggles, and he also has a pretty cool headpiece as well. The next minifigure is the Hello Green. I just glitched out, but it's the it's the helicopter pilot, and he is not exclusive to the set. We have seen his torso and headpiece and pants in other sets. The only difference is his headpiece, which has a pretty cool smile with a little chin detail on the bottom. And the next minifigure is, I think, another type of scientist. He has some nice navy blue pants with a nice sweater print, Arctic logo on the back, like all the figures. And he also has orange goggles with a little, smaller pickaxe and a blue cap. The next minifigure is a Arctic Explorer, and the only difference is that he has those green goggles, which are pretty cool, and he also has a camera and those snowshoes, so he could walk in the snow, and then the prints are the same as all the other Arctic figures. And the next figure is another Arctic Explorer, and it's the exact same face, which is pretty weird that they put 2 of the exact same faces in the set, but it's still pretty cool to get 2 of. The next minifigure is another Arctic Explorer, and the only difference is his headpiece, which is pretty cool with those orange goggles and a nice little smile. And the last minifigure is the female Arctic Explorer, and the only difference is with her orange goggles, and she also has a pretty cool smile as well. And this set also comes with a polar bear, which is a bear mold, but it's just in white. It has the head, which can move up and down, and the back legs can also move up and down, and there's also, some nice detail for the foot, and there's also a little tail, and there's some nice printing on the face. Not too pretty simple, but still looks pretty cool. And you get 2 of these ice crystal things in this set, and one of them is in a net with a little hook, and for that you need the helicopter. And the helicopter's pretty cool. It has those that nice piece on the bottom, so it can kind of land in the snow, and then it has some orange, and then the little cockpit, which you can open up, and there's a control, and then you can put the pilot right there, and then there's also a red light, a green light, and then you have some engines, the propeller on the top, and also on the back they both spin, and then you also have the little Arctic logo on the back, and then here you would turn this, and then you have the little crane or whatever, or the hook, and then it could pick up the crystal and bring it back to the base, and it could just fly away and bring it right back to the base. And you also get a dog sled, which has the 4 white and gray dogs in the front, and they're on those handle pieces on this big black bar, and then you have 2 lights, and then those pieces on the bottom so it could glide on the snow, and then you also have a little crate with 2 fish, a little radar dish, and a sticker with some more radars, walkie-talkie, and then there you would put the figure, and they could go back to the base. And then there's also a little fishing rod here, which is a pretty cool build. It's simple because it has that just one fishing rod piece, but then you also have that yellow piece there, so when they fish, they can catch the fish and then put it back into the crate. Next up is the Arctic Driller. That's what I'm going to call it, but this is really cool. Probably my favorite part of this set. And then you have these big like gears so it could kind of glide over snow and rocks. And then on the bottom, it's actually on one big tire, and then that's how it kind of moves around, and you could get that movement. And then in the front, there are some lights, some like, more lights with a little like dish, and then it kind of curves back to the window or whatever, the front window, and then you have some lights, and then you could take this off. There's also an antenna, and then you could put your figure in there. You could kind of fit two, probably not, but you can, I guess, try to. And then you have the two doors that open. There's also a steering wheel, a walkie-talkie on this side, and a big antenna on the other side. And then here is where the seat is, and there's also some controls there with some like a little calculator almost, and some like buttons. And this turns all around, and then you also have this big drill which says mix 550 RPM, and you can move that around and kind of angle it to however you want, and that kind of goes to drill the ice cubes or whatever, so they could get the crystals out if they can't get it out with their own tools. So you could use this, and you can move it around and drill it right in. And this is a really nice piece too. I think this set only came, or this piece only came in like Power Miners or something like that. So it's nice to get that like cool piece in this set. And now we will take a look at the Arctic base. And we'll start off with the front. You have this nice little like excavator thing or whatever, where you could turn it and it goes up. And this is for the crystals, so when they take it out of like the crystal cubes or whatever, they could go it up or bring it up, and then it goes in that little like dish almost, and then the scientists can pick them up and bring them inside, and we'll take a look at inside in a second. But you also have a little yellow like bar so they don't fall off, and there's some snowshoes, a little chainsaw with some more like a tinier chainsaw, and a walkie-talkie, and it also says Arctic 1, and then there's some windows all around, also the Arctic logo, and then the side has a door which you can open up. If I can actually, there we go. You could open that up and close that back, and then there's also a yellow light. And then the cool thing is that you can actually open this up like that, and it's two separate parts with this one and then this one. And inside there's a little table with a red coffee mug, a radar dish, and the little microscope where the scientist could look at the crystal, and then there's also a little computer about the crystal, and then you could close that back up. And now we'll take a look at the second part, which you could actually take off right there with those pins. So I'm going to take that off so we could get a better look at it. And here it is, really cool. This is probably another favorite part of mine of this set. You have those two clips which have those things that we looked at before. And then you have a light in the front and a little door which you could actually open up. And inside is this little like rover or car or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but it has the Arctic logo with a light, and then you also have the steering, the little handlebar, and then you can put the figure right there, and then you can kind of glide it against the snow. And if it's going back, you back it up, and there's those two pieces right there, so it fits right in with the back. There we go, and then you could close that back up. And there's the Arctic logo in the front with a light, and you could also take off the top like this. And you can also take off the back, the two front and back. So it's a really nice thing that they kind of like allowed you to open it from any way you want. And then this is the door where you would get in from the other part. And then the back, there's a little table with a coffee mug and two chairs, and a TV with a pretty cool sticker. That's pretty cool. There's also a little picture with a mom and their son. And then you could close that back up. There's also actually a little fireplace there. You could close all those up, and on the top there is some radar dishes and some I think that's a solar panel, and then there's also a flag that has the Arctic logo, and then you have an antenna, a radar dish, and you can move it around, bring it up and down, and move it all around. And then you could just connect the other part of the Arctic base just like that with the two Technic clips. And I still have to review the big Arctic boat, so I'm going to review that next week, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.